I think we're live. Question mark. Wait. Hello, hello. We may be live. Okay, okay. Let me see if we're live. I can just see here. I think no. View channel live. Live. It's so blurry. Why is it so blurry? It's very blurry. GG. Is it my internet? I need better internet to be a streamer. GG. No frames dropped. Okay. What about code? How is code looking? Can you see the code? I think you can. It's a little blurry. I don't know how to fix this. Other than fixing my internet. It's okay. We'll see. It's okay. I think it's fine. Cool. Let me just increase the font of all my text editors so I don't forget. Okay. This. Okay. Let me send this stream to others. Dum, 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 dum. Oh, streaming for a bit after a while. Warning? Why do I have a warning? Warning. Stream's bitrate is lower than recommended. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Yeah, my internet is the problem, I think. Yeah, I don't think anything can be done. I can try switching to my Wi-Fi, but I don't think that is great either. So we just stick with this. Okay, so welcome back to whoever's joining. So I have done a bunch of work off camera. So basically, the project was divided. Like I divided the project into like a few sections. So the first one was this is not the first one. This was the first one. So I forked React dashboard, and I basically modified it to support my requirements. Um, so I have like a small demo-ish game 1, 2, 3, whatever. Right. So this is the fork of React dashboard. So it has all the piece moves and stuff. But then I modified it so I can do this expanding thing. And then is this wide smooth? No, it's not. So like pieces can go into the expanded squares, and then they can capture like that. Um, but so that was the first part um, of my project, and then the second part was that I had to create. So I wanted to have like chess move logic. So like um, castling and like if a move is valid and checks and all that stuff, so that you can't make illegal moves. Like that's the recommended decoupling between like the UI and the chess logic itself. So I wrote the chess logic myself. Um, you can you can find it in my GitHub. So my GitHub will have two repositories now. So there is Chess.js expandable, um, which is the chess logic that I wrote. I published it as an npm package, and then um, there is our front end, which is just React Chessboard, just a fork of the original React Chessboard. But then I have added my own support for the expandable chessboard. So that's like two parts. And then the next part is just creating an MVP. So I'm using Socket.io to be able to support like an online game. Of course, I have some work done in this section as well. So I can show you. So let's say we have this game, right? And then let me also have another. So now it's a very simple thing for now because like I haven't implemented like games, like broadcasting moves within a specific game now in the website. Like if anyone's on a page, it will broadcast every move to every client that's linked. I just did it as like a proof of concept kind of a thing. So if I move a pawn here, you can see the pawn is moved there. And then if I respond, you can see that it's moved back. And the library is like, has really nice animation support. I just use that to extend for my use case. Yeah, so if I move a knight, and then if I move this knight, it all works very nicely. But I have also added support for like the expand board move. So if I expand the board here, the board expands here as well. Yes. So it works fine. So the agenda for today, I don't have much time for today because I have a lot of shit to get done. So sad. Okay, so I think I have like an hour of streaming. I don't think I can finish what I'm thinking in an hour. But basically what I want to do is I want to try to have support for like a game itself. So I have some plan for what I want to do, like what I want to add support for. Right now, I have set up like a database. I'm using Supabase Postgres database, and I have like a game entity. I want the users to be able to join like a game by like a game ID over here, and then like just two users to play against each other, and then this game will have state for like is the game over, is the game in progress, and all that stuff. um, Yeah, I just want to support like a simple state persistence. Yeah. So right now there's no state persistence. It just emits everything. I want to I want to support like state persistence in the DB for a game. That's basically the plan. I have like some plan for like a breakdown of what I want to do. This is just the MVP until here. And then there's some stuff I want to do to be able to support like disconnection. So if the client disconnects, how will I handle that? If the server disconnects or like crashes, how will I handle that? How will I reset the state? So that's the MVP. I don't think, I mean, I wish I could finish everything by today, but I don't think I can. We'll get as much done as possible. Um, yeah, after this I want to like polish the platform. The hardest part will be this clock. So I don't know yet how I'm going to do the clock will be tricky, I think. Because yes, it's a bunch of like uh, I don't know where the syncing happens. Does the syncing start on the server? There's some part that should happen on the server, some part that should happen on the client, and I have to worry about when each disconnects, how will the clock function? So I have to think about all that. Yeah, but for today, we focus on these things, right? uh, right. So the first thing is I want to be able to update the client. So yeah, another thing is right now the client has no ID. The client just it's simply relying on the socket ID, which is not a good idea because every reconnection basically creates a new socket ID unless there is some socket state regeneration setup, which I don't think I need to do for this. I think I should create a device ID specifically. And I don't want to support login yet because that's its own rabbit hole of authentication is its own problem. So I want it to be also very simple to start playing this game. So the idea I had is that is a very simple like um, I will have this. I'm using the zoo stand. Um, I think I don't know how you pronounce it correctly. Apparently, the zoo stand, but in zoo stand I have this initialize device ID function, which just the sets a random UID into local storage, and then in my layout before I render the game, I make sure that I am setting that, and then only then I will render the children, which is this page. um, and in this page I have my device ID here, right? This isn't pushed yet. This is still like a branch I'm working on. So device ID, game ID will be something that that will define like the identity of the game, like who's playing the game. Um, yes, in the future, this device ID may become a user ID through authentication, but we will see about that later. Um, so yes, the idea is that when I connect the socket, I will emit this join game event from all the connections. This should take care of like disconnections as well. So like if let's say it got disconnected and reconnected, it should rerun this callback, and then it should rerun it with the same device ID, and then I should be able to find out on the server side that it's basically the same user reconnecting, and I can handle that there. Yeah, so there's a bunch of events that I have planned out. So there is this join game event. So client after connect, I think I've already written that code. Should be this, right? I have to write the server side code for that, which I'll get into, but I can just go through an overview of my plan. So there's a join game event, and then there's a join game response. So whenever a client emits a join game event, the server will respond with a join game response. The reason I want to have this um, is I want to return like the state of the game in case, like, for example, if a client tries to join a game that's already over or a game that doesn't really exist in our DB, then it should return an error. And I want to handle that error on the client side. But the join game event should also technically return, and the response should like technically also return the whole state of the game, which can just be defined by a fence string. So that if let's say the client disconnects and some moves have happened, and it reconnects again. The join game event response is what is able to sync the state between the DB and the client. So my DB, of course, is the source of truth for the current state of the game. Um, yes, so that's the join game response, and then there is once both the black and white player joins the game, the server will emit a start game event, and then it will return the Unix timestamp of that start millisecond point so that both clocks can start. Um, I won't worry about clocks for now, but I think this will be useful for clocks later. And then after, of course, the most basic one, which I think I already have to some extent, is that the move event. Whenever someone makes a move, I store that move in our DB. I first validate it, of course, before storing it to the DB. And then I emit the move to the other user. And then the front end will just process the new fan and then change the board state, which is something I kind of have already, because it's not emitting it now. So a game will basically be a room. So there's these things called socket IO rooms, which is the perfect thing I will need. Rooms, right? So it basically is like a arbitrary grouping of some sockets. So these will be rooms that in my server, one room will be one game, and the clients within a room will be interacting with each other. May not necessarily be just one client. Um, may not necessarily be just two clients, because you can have multiple devices connected. And this kind of architecture can extend to that very simply. So that's why I'm supporting it. But for now, because I have a device ID kind of a thing, I don't have an authentication login. It will consider it will be considered as multiple players. Like it's basically two players max, but multiple devices is the ideal architecture I'm going for. But because now device and player are linked, it's only two devices. But once I have an authentication setup, this should be solved. I won't have to change this kind of architecture. Okay, so yes, that's the gist of what I'm going to do. And then like a game over event. So if there's a move that results in a draw or a checkmate, then the server will emit a game over event. Or if the time runs out from one side, then it'll emit a game over event. Right, so that's the idea. Okay, so now I need to have some sort of like loading state before the user receives this event join game response. But do I need to though? I don't think I need to. I think this is fine. I think we can skip this for now. Yes, but the client waiting for opponent should be something I do handle. That should be here. So okay, for now, I want to just use Chesspance. I have had good experiences with Chesspance in Next.js. Have I already installed Chesspance? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Okay. What base color? Okay, I have Chesspance now. I want to add a, what is it called? Like an error thingy. I forget what it's called. Skeleton sliders, sonar tabs. Shit, I forgot what it's called. What is the front-end component to display toast? I just remembered. Toast. Yes, this one. Yeah, this thing, it's pretty nice. I want to use this as something I use to show errors for now. Those are deprecated. Use sonar component. Okay, sonar. Yeah, nice. Okay, sonar. Right. So, how do I use it? I simply just have a. Oh, I need to put this as a toaster in my root layout. Where is my root layout in Next.js? This thing. Okay. And then below the children should be toaster. Is that right? Or does it have to be below? Unsure. Maybe I can just put it here and see. Is it dev? pnpm run dev, yes. Okay, so localhost 3000. Two issues. What is this? Two issues. Cannot be child of HTML because of something, some hydration thing. Oh, this will be a server component, is it? Is that the problem? Bro, why did I choose Next.js? Okay, 1, 2, 3. I want to see like a test, like a. So here I can do import toast from Sonar. Wow, that's so simple. And then toast of connected. The toast didn't run. Amazing. Is it just not connected? Yes, it's not connected. That makes sense. pnpm run start dev. Yes, should. Oh yes, nice. Nice. Okay, so that works. Now instead of this, I can have a const waiting for opponent, set waiting for opponent, use state boolean, false, true actually, first true, right? Yes. So now I don't want to put too much effort into the design of this. I will just have something functional first and then I will extend the design. So if waiting for opponent return so this div, it should just make everything center, and then a each one waiting for opponent, right? So for now it should just be waiting for opponent. Okay, cool. And then here so by default I'm waiting for opponent toast don't really have to handle this case, I assume. Maybe I should set it. I don't know how the state will go. Maybe I should set it to true and then return. And then if game is not in progress, I guess I should just have like a message. Yeah, instead of this, I should have like a const message set message use state string loading or whatever, right? And then I should just if message, then I should just have the message here, message, right? And then if the game is waiting for an opponent, I'll just be like waiting for opponent. If it's error, I will set message error, right? And then if it's not in progress, I will set message how did you format strings in this? I don't remember. It's just dollar. Okay. How do I do format strings in TypeScript? Oh, it's the tilde. Okay. Tilde invalid game status or game status not in progress. Game status is whatever it is. Let's start game status, right? Otherwise, we just start the game. Otherwise, so we return here. Otherwise, we set message to empty. It should show the chessboard to handle this in more pretty design pretty good. Okay, right, that should take care of this part. I don't need this. Socket state also needs to be handled. Yeah, so I can have like a general error page, right? And then this message can just be something that's shown in the error page. So I can have an error component or like a, yeah, which is prettier than this. And that can include socket not being set, like waiting for connection. So then I am inclined to think that I don't really need this also. I just need to yes, set message yes, before I receive the join game response, I should still be understand. Okay, so I think I don't have to do anything. Instead, I should just do it here, connecting, right? So then, yes, now it will keep in this state until I return the event join game response from the server. Okay, now let's check out the server then. Where is it? So socket service, right? Now instead of doing this, I don't really need to maintain the state. I can remove this. Disconnect, move. Okay, this is fine. But if socket on join game, wait, I should also have like business event somewhere, like some yes, I should have a socket.type, socket.types.ts, and then something similar to this I should have here, and then yes, socket on event join game, some DTO join game DTO, right? And then what am I sending when I'm joining game? Join game response, join game. Should I call it DTO? Let's call it something simple. Join game. Maybe it's better to keep the naming consistent between front end and back end. Join game, right? And then I will add a export type join game. Will be similar to this thing. Okay. Right, and then import this. Okay, so we have this now. How do you do rooms? Socket IO rooms. Socket.join room name. Okay, so I should first do socket.join join game. Maybe I shouldn't call it that. Request, I guess. Request dot game ID, right? And then before that I need to do some validation of if the game ID exists. If it doesn't exist, I will return the understand. Okay, for that I need to see how you inject through constructor, something like this. Here, so constructor, and then I have private read only game service yes, no, what is the issue? And then let me thingy, yes, okay, cool. And then I need to import that game service here. Imports it game module bruh. Okay, so we have game service here. Now we can use this to validate if the game exists, right? I don't need to do this. I think I can do like a join game callback socket void right, and then I can do it here. Yeah, I should also receive a request, which is join game. And I can do it, this logic here, whatever this logic is. I don't want to return void. I think I want to return the thing I want to return in the join game response. So I want this. Right. Back in game status should be here actually. Import backend game status. Okay. Okay. All right. So now what am I returning? I am returning this guy. Actually, no. Returning this guy and importing. Cool. And then it should just be like, let me just return error, some error. Why? What is the problem? Oh. Game status null. So the idea is I will just do this. Response is equal to, I think it should, yeah, it needs to be async. It needs to be async, and then this should be promise of this thing. And then I will do await. So this should also be async then. Await this dot join game callback socket. And do I need socket? I don't think I need socket. I think I'll just do the business logic here. So I just need the request, and then I will, why? Cannot find name response. Oh, const response. And then I will socket dot emit. Is that what it is? How do I server instance on socket IO emit event to only the client that sent the event to the server, event from server to only the client. Yes. How do we do this? Emit. Okay, understand. Socket.emit should just do it. Socket dot. Do I need to take socket as callback? No. Okay, socket.emit response, but also event join game response, right? But it can have error, so yes, it can have. This is fine. This is the logic we want to follow. Okay. That's why we needed socket inside this. Okay. Yes, I guess what we can do is if resp dot error, we can remove this for now. Resp dot error, then we just emit this and return. But if not, then we socket dot join this room, which is defined by request dot game ID, and then we do this anyway. Okay. Okay, this makes sense to me. Right, so now what we need to do is implement this thing. So for move, I can already do the implementation rooms. How do I broadcast within that room? To room. Oh, the move needs game ID as well. Okay, understand. Okay. So export type move is move string, and then it is also the game ID string. We will copy this into the front end as well. And then we will move from socket types, move, and then we socket to move.game ID. Do we have to do some validation? Maybe to do validation. I don't think so though. I think that's too expensive for, maybe it will become too expensive. Unsure. We'll see. Emit move, I guess so. Right. Okay, so now what we're going to do here is const game is equal to this dot. Oh wait, do I need to do the try catch thingy, or do I not need to do it? Get. It's doing it here. I don't need to do it. Nice. Okay, so this dot game service dot get game request dot game ID, right? If game equal to null, or game, I'll change this to response. Response dot data equal to null. Is that not what are we returning? Response dot game equal to null. Why? Oh wait. Or response dot error has some value. I just return this thingy. Return this thingy, but here I can this be null? Cannot be null. Yeah, I have to set that in the type. I'm too lazy to do that. It will always return an error when there is no game, otherwise there will always be game, right? So I think I don't have to worry about this case. And then I just do this, right? Otherwise, what are we doing? It's 3. Otherwise, what are we doing? So we have our game. We will check if the game is Yes, we have to add the state of if white player and black player has joined. Um, but first we'll do some simple checks. So if response.game status not equal to game um back wait, what is it called, backend game status not started, or it's not equal to in progress const game is equal to rest.game game is not started, or game dot, I don't like the name game status, but it's fine. Not equal to ongoing, right? Game status dot in progress. Why can't be this? Oh, and then it's an invalid game status, so we return an error saying return this error saying it is an invalid game status. Yeah, this validation we can do on the backend. I remember I did this on the front end. I can remove this code. Dollar game status. So game status is valid now. Yeah, why are we returning game status here? I think it's a bad idea to return a game status. I think we should just return D. The thing front end needs to sync the state. So not this, but fen, right? Game state is what should be called. It should be called. Yes. So export type game state and string, and then there will be other clock extend for clock state later to, right? And then this should be game state. This should be game state. And then I will add that here as well. I do sometimes feel that what am I saying? I do sometimes feel that what Theo says of merging the front end and back end code into one repository and having something like TRPC so that you can share one set of types for both front end and back end make a lot of sense. But I'm too lazy to merge these two things, so I'm just gonna copy paste the types in both front end and back end. Okay. So what was I doing? Before that, I should order lunch. What happened to that restaurant? Toppings. What is curry leaves egg mayo? Grilled chicken. Okay. I'll order this. Set. Set. Oh, ordering on Grab is so expensive. Why does it have to be this expensive? Okay. Alrighty, where am I? What am I doing? So I have this game state thingy. Yes, I will use this to set set this, shouldn't I? Set chess. Oh, I should also return this stuff. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Expand config, expand config, expand. Oh, extend config, extend config, extend config. Yeah, I should send this. What are the types? This one, right? Extend. There's no extend config here. Has to be somewhere. Okay. Extend config. I will put it here. Right, and then in my this thingy here, I will use this response to set chess, right? And then I will do new chess. My fen string, so response.fen board state. Hey, games. I should change this to game state. Game state dot fen. I've validated it here. This should be the response or not. Okay, whatever. Did I not reply? See you at right, and then there is the response dot game state dot horizontal extend limit, vertical extend limit. So horizontal extend limit, and then I need vertical extend limit, and then I need horizontal add unit and vertical add unit. Okay, horizontal add unit and vertical add unit. Right. Okay, perfect, beautiful. Right. um yes, I should change the name also here to game state. Right, and then if everything is fine, which seems like it is here, I would send errors null, and this as what do I need? I will be take fan as wait, fan as game dot current fan, and then extend config as game dot extend config. Very nice. Then it should return that correctly. Then I have to do some logic for checking if both the players have joined the game, and then emit the start game event. But for now, I just want to check. So basically, then if everything was done correctly, everything was not done correctly. Game service provided as a part of socket module. No, it's not. Game service exported as a separate module. Imported into socket module. It should be. I am importing it. Which game service has a provider? I need to export it. I need to export it. Okay, exports game service. Okay, amazing. Amazing. Invalid input. What? Oh, nice. Okay, nice. Hello, I have enough. So let me just try to use a real database entry. Yeah, that works. It works. Woohoo. Why does it print thrice? I have no idea. Okay, amazing. So now what I have to do is I have to just create a new game. Create a game with this creator ID. Sure. Is this the creator ID here? This creator ID. Okay, amazing. And then if I go to this one, it should tell me that it is waiting for my opponent. No, it just renders the game. Okay. Understand. How do I infer that it's waiting for I think I understand. I have an idea. How do I infer? So at this point, what are we doing? think I should just infer from this, from the game state, game status, if I'm supposed to be waiting for someone. That makes a lot of sense to me. Which means I should return the game status here. Socket service. 37. 37. Why doesn't it work? Ooh. Something's wrong. Yeah, never mind. Screw it. So here I also should return the game status. Game status, backend game status. Right, and then I need to add that status here. Game status is game status, bad naming, and then here, depending on the game status, yes, that makes a lot of sense. Depending on the game status, so if response, wait, I need to change this type as well. Oh, now it works. Wow, okay. I need to change this type. I need to change this one. Okay, and then if response dot game state dot game status is equal to not started, game status not started, then we set the message to waiting for opponent, otherwise we just render, right? That makes sense to me. So now this should be why the game status should be not started. Why? It should be not started. Is it not started? Game not found. Amazing. That's not the game I'm looking for. Game status not started. Then, am I a joke? Am I a joke, brother? Is this a joke? What are you receiving? What are you receiving, brother? Okay, console.log response. Reload. Where is my console log? Oh, sorry. Game state when game state is not started. Am I a joke, brother? Not started. Then how did you just render the thing like this? Such as oh, I am an idiot. It's my fault. I am a joke. Okay, amazing. Okay, cool. And then in order to check if the opponent is here or not, I will have to add that state in our entity or game entity, right? Okay. So we do a column is just a Boolean column, no? Type is Boolean. What's the difference? I have no idea. Nullable is not true. Okay, so white joined, white connected, joined connected, and then black connected, red. What happened? Yes, I understand why everything is broken. So here in the game, honestly, the private game I will just remove. I don't want to be maintaining this because I don't support it for now. And then here by default I'll be like white connected as false and black connected as false. And then during this join game event I need to set it to connected. Understand. So for that I need to understand if the user is black or white, right? So one of them has created the game, so at least one of them should be set. So if white created the game service create open game, either black player ID or white player ID will be set to this guy, and if it is not set to this guy, then he shouldn't be allowed to join the game. Understand. Where's the request? This one, client ID, right? So I have to do some more logic here where now const if if game dot white player ID equal to let's do the opposite one first, not equal to request of client ID and game dot black player ID not equal to request dot client ID. We return a this doesn't make sense because we don't do this. Do I have a creator ID separately? I don't have it. I just assign the creator to either white or black depending on when they create it. Is that the best? After this, I really have no idea who created the game. Maybe I should add the creator ID and assign this during join game. I think that makes more sense. Okay. I will basically finish this stream once my food arrives. Where is my food? It's far away. My food is far away. Okay. Yes. What was I doing? Yes, I want to change the way I assign the player. I want to first of all have a creator ID. Just similar to this one. creator ID, which cannot be null, should always be true. And then I will instead of assigning red or black here, I will simply just assign the creator ID here. Creator ID is creator ID. Maybe I don't need to do this. Right? And then what that will do is crash everything. Contains null values. I understand that. I need to go and delete some stuff in my DB for me to be fixing this. Delete everything. Delete everything. I think once I have this running live, I really cannot have a non-nullable field, can I? Okay, I cannot. Why can't I delete stuff? What the heck? Excuse me? What happened to this UI? Why is it different? Oh, it's here. No, it's not here. Huh? Excuse me? What happened to this? It's different from the last time I used it. How am I supposed to delete this record? Do I have to write SQL like an actual coder? Export table editor. Can edit the values here, but I can't delete the row. Why? Excuse me. I have to write SQL, is it? I can't do it to UI. Sad. Okay, delete from a game where they should delete everything, right? Refresh. Okay, amazing. Amazing. Now, if I rerun this, it should be all fine. Should be all fine. Okay, so now let me create another game. Create a game with this creator ID. Sure, I have that game now here. And it will have a creator ID and then white player ID, black player ID will be null. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Amazing. Amazing. Now, what are we doing? So now we assign the ID here. So, it's a bunch of state we need to update. Okay. So the game itself, what is this entity? The game entity, right? This will give me, oh, it doesn't, I don't store it. I don't store this information. Where is it? I don't store, yeah, this random color information. Okay. Okay, all right. So what? Creator color, maybe another column. Creator color, creator color. This could be black or white or red. Okay, and then we set that here. So created ID and then created color is fixed color, then fixed color, otherwise random. If random color, then random, otherwise fixed color. Is that better? Why? Oh, understand. Uh, black, white, random. Now what is the problem? Oh, random. Are you happy now? Okay, cool. Amazing. Then I need to delete this one also. Where ID equal to this, run, syntax error, run it, yes, whoops, run it, okay, refresh it, and then let me create a new one again. Amazing. Okay, so now this will have our, what we need. Does it have it? Where is it? Where is it? Excuse me. What happened? Why is it not there? Create a color. Create. Am I blind? Creator ID, white connected, black connected, start time, move detail, extend config, game type, black player ID, white player ID. There's no clue. Yes, now that this is there, I don't need this white connected, black connected. I think I just need to check if the white player ID and black player ID is null. That's perfect. Amazing. Cleaner design. I can remove this. Could be null if player has not connected yet. Okay, so what is the problem? Remove this. What is the problem here? Column, I think it's the type or string. I see the problem. Type string is not supported in Postgres database. Type varchar. What is that? Type binary cavity. Is that okay? No, it's not okay. Just that this type is it, this data type. Maybe I don't provide a type. Is that okay? Is that fine? Ah, nice. Okay, did I just miss this last time? Maybe I did. I don't know actually. Okay, cool. Okay. Then in this function, in the join function, we need to assign the user So if request dot client ID equal to game dot creator ID, then we need to assign him the color that they requested, right? I think I should put that in game service for assign color. So assign color to player ID string, game is game, and what do we need? Creator color is also string, and this returns me a game object, right? So if game dot okay, first of all, if creator color, oh, there's a lot of cases. How to make this clean? So the simplest is someone has already been assigned a color, right? Someone opponent color already assigned. So this case game if game dot white player ID exists, then game dot black player ID is equal to player ID. Do I need to deep copy this game? Maybe I should. Or maybe not. Let's see, return game. If game dot black player ID game dot white player ID is equal to player ID, return game, right? And then handle as first assign, return game. I want to ask if will the game struct I send into this function be edited? Objects are passed by reference. Okay, cool. Okay, so now I don't need this. I can access it from the game, right? So now none of the players have been assigned. So if the creator color is white and if the player ID is the creator, we assign it to the white player. Okay, first assign if game dot creator color equal to white and player ID equal to game dot creator ID. If I think I should encapsulate all that bigger. If player ID is equal to game dot creator ID, right? And then there's gonna be some ugly multiple indentation ifs here, but I think no way to avoid that. If game dot creator color equal to white, game dot white player ID is equal to player id and return game. If game dot creator color equal to black, game dot black player id is equal to player id, return game. Otherwise do the random allocation. So math dot random if math dot random node math dot random. Okay, cool. Math dot random less than 0.5, then game dot player white player id is equal to player id return game, and then game dot black player id is equal to player id return game. That's if he is I think the other way around will make it a little more cleaner. If player id is equal to player id equal to the game.creator id, then we do this, else we do game.black player id is equal to player id return game. Then similar here, just that these two will be reversed. Yes. Okay. And then we do I think this should be let, and then game is equal to this dot game service dot assign color of request dot client id and game. And then we can have a ready to start game boolean if game return game dot player id and game dot white player id. Excuse me, what happened? Not equal to null. How do I say not equal to null or empty string? If it's null, would it be painful JavaScript? If okay, wait, I need some JavaScript support. How do if okay, wait. For an object with game and entity.ts for the game object. How do I check if white player ID, white player ID and black player ID have been set? Not equal to null. Can if it's an empty string, will it pass the null and not equal to undefined? In case the value could be an empty string, which is false. Okay. Then it's just I have to do this. I can't just return that value. So if game dot white player ID and game dot black player ID, return true, return false. Okay, food is almost here. So if game if this dot service dot ready to start game and start game event, but then I have to after this dot game service dot. Oh, there's no update game, is it? I don't have an update game. Pain. I'm in pain right now. Update game. Just dot game repository dot update criteria update result. Can I just pass the entity to? Okay, update entities partially. Entities can be found by giving given conditions. Select save method executes a primitive operation without cascades. Okay, how do I hash the update method for me? Save. Oh, I can just use save. Okay. This dot game repository dot save game. Oh wait. What does it return? It returns promise game. Nice. Promise game. Returns. Okay, cool. Cool, and then I do update. Well, I should call it save, to be honest. Save is a good word. Save game. Oh, wait. Oh. I shouldn't do this. I should do this try catch thing. Try catch of this thing. What does try catch return? Result. Success or failure. How do I do it in get? What did I return in get? Oh, I just handled it. Is it okay? And game. Cool. Save game. Save response is equal to this. If save response dot error. Oh wait. Error. Then we return an error. Fail to update game state. Otherwise we return it correctly. Right? Okay, amazing. So now on the front end, game not found makes sense. And then we choose this guy, not this guy. We choose this guy here. Nice. Waiting for opponent, which means that one should have been assigned already. Refresh. White player ID, white player ID, white player ID. So I've been assigned black. Now, the beauty of this should be that if I put it in Safari, why are you still waiting for opponent? That makes sense because I haven't done the start game event logic yet, but both players assigned. Both players assigned. Amazing. Storage, local storage, nice. Okay, amazing. And then it should start the game. I see. So I should do some, if it's ready to start, I should be like game status. Yeah, I should handle it. It's not simple. Handle start game. Okay, but I think that's good progress. We did this part. Server add room, check if game can start, add player to join DB. We've done this part, right? And then contains error messages. We've done this part. Yeah, we have to do this next. Okay, cool progress. I think I will end stream there for now. I want to do these streams more often, but we'll see when I get time. I don't know when I'll get time. Yeah, I wish I could stream more often. I will commit this change and then I will go and eat lunch. That's the plan. Added socket, added join game and join game response logic. Git push. This branch is like badly named, I think. I think there's a lot more than just creating the persistent device ID in this branch, but we'll see. Git message add a join game and join game response events to push. Okay, thank you for joining, whoever has joined before and whoever's joining from the future. Hopefully this project gets over soon. Right now the progress is pretty slow. I'm intentionally not using AI because I think AI makes me lazy sometimes. I want to at least do the personal projects without AI. And then when I'm actually at some pressure to deliver at some fixed time, then I will increase my speed with AI. But yes, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, thank you for joining.